Hi, welcome to the Diamond Mounted channel. If you're new to me, thank you very much for clicking on this video. I'm Chris Bilton, I'm a jeweller from the UK. I had over 20 years experience making high-end bespoke handmade pieces, but then I moved to Japan. So I'm using my time and this opportunity while I'm here to make jewellery making instructional videos on YouTube, just to kind of document everything I've learned and share the knowledge. Today is a quick video made in response to Mrs. Emily Rickett. She commented on one of my videos about getting these paper WIZZERS. I call them WIZZERS, I don't know what the proper name is. This video is just showing how I used to make them, because I used to make them before you could buy them, and then people started making them. These are better than what you can make by hand, but you can make them and they're perfectly usable. So I'm going to show you what I do. Okay, things you need are, I've got this little pot of broken drills and burrs and stuff, so one of those. Come in useful, handy for what they're useful for, is what we used to say in the workshop. Obviously you need your paper as well, so that, and some sellotape. And really, to finish them off well, you need super glue, but after that paper discs video, I threw my super glue away because it wasn't working very well. But anyway, you don't need it, but it's nice if you got it. You can make them, it's a nice little finishing touch. But yeah, these are the three main things you need now. So I'm just gonna cut a strip off here that I can roll around there. Just looking at this one, just to get a measurement so we know what they do. I think mine were a bit longer than this. Yeah, 3 centimeters, theirs are. Just so you know. 3 centimeters? It's 3 centimeters. I'm gonna do, yeah, let's do 3.5 just to be awkward. So just cut this out. I honestly can't remember how I used to do these. I think I used to just use the whole length. Start it off, just kink that first bit really tight so it can roll up really tight. So when it's nice and tight, yeah, it's coming back to me now. I used to roll it up with that in position, but it was prone to becoming a little bit loose. So now I just roll it up as tight as I can without that in. I'm just going to go all the way to the end. Obviously you've got to be careful, you might have to adjust it a little bit, like pull one side down, one side up, just in case it's going wonky. Try and keep it parallel. Keep it tight, parallel is the main thing. Yeah, I must have, this is looking like it's going to be really skinny. I must have used to use the long side. This was like the short side of the paper. I should have used the long side. Anyway, it's the same technique, it's just less paper. So rolling it up, here we go, coming to the end. Now, bit of sellotape. If you've gone out a little bit, that's the end that this is going to go in. Tape, you can let it go over the edge, you can just cut that off after. Pull it nice and tight. You've got to go up the paper a decent amount so it's sticking. I'm just going to back that up with another bit. Pulling it nice and tight. There we go. Just snippy. I mean, watch what I do. You might think of a better way to make them more secure. I don't know. I'm just doing what I used to do, or what I think I used to do, as it comes back to mind. So I've got this now, yeah? It's tightly rolled up and then sellotaped one end. So I just double checked I haven't got any super glue. I have not, but I did find this rubber and leather adhesive. I know this stuff is pretty badass. But a good thing about Japan, yeah, they don't treat people like idiots. Like, you can buy really strong glue. You can buy really strong paint stripper. In the UK, it's all the chemicals are kind of banned, so nothing really works. So I've noticed that when I look around hardware stores, there's some really effective tools and equipment still available for sale. You just can't get in normal shops in the UK. So yeah, this is what I used to do. This is what I was thinking of. I used to do with super glue. I used to glue the end. Oh my god, here we go. It just blobs out. I don't know if this is good for putting on this paper, but let's just try it. Can't hurt, can it? Don't want to make a mess. You know this stuff's effective because it just stinks. Like proper chemical smell. Right, anyway. So, you seeing that? With that, put it in your hole, really tight. Where's my hammer? And I literally hammer it in. So that is super tight. That's way tighter than you could get if you're just wrapping it around by hand. So obviously with super glue it dries really tight, dries really quickly. This might take an hour or so. I'm just gonna have to leave this alone. While the glue is still a bit liquid, make sure it's nice and straight. You don't want to be using that and it's kind of wobbling everywhere when it's spinning. So try and get it really straight if you can. It should line up pretty easy without too much effort because it's just such a tight, straight hole in there. So yeah, there you go. That is basically it. And that's actually quite a nice little thing, I do say so myself. One little last thing to mention is if you rolled it up a little bit messily and you don't like that end, I don't think it matters, but you can easily cut through it and just get the end nice and sharp again. Okay, so this video was far too quick and easy to make. Well, I'm capable of a bit more than that. So as a bonus feature, I showed you how to make a mini one. These are well useful for finishing off claws and stuff and getting tiny little rounded edges really perfect. So again, going back to my pot, basically we need to cut a split down the end of one of these. And obviously you can't cut through one of these solid steel ones. So I will select one of these. You know these diamond burrs, yeah, they're well cheap. The metal they're made of is pretty crap, to be honest. They're really cheap and nasty tools, but I quite like using them because sometimes you need something that grinds rather than cuts. The teeth on a ball phrase, a bit catchy, a bit grabby, a bit too severe sometimes. These diamond covered phrases, burrs, are quite nice to use. So I like them. I just bought some more recently. So yeah, you can cut down. We basically want to cut down it about, don't know, centimetre, 8mm. Okay, so the metal they're made of is pretty crap. It's a really low grade steel. I don't know exactly what it is, but I think they're quite heavily plated. I don't know if it's the plating that feels hard. If you just try and cut into it, they're quite slippery, but if you paper a bit off or file a bit off, your saw blade will grip into it much easier. Put it in a pin vise if you're a bit worried about slipping off and obviously cutting your thumb. That'll be bad. Let me just try it without for a bit. Also, with papering it, it puts a flat on it, so it's a bit nicer to cut across. So I would just put a line straight across it down the middle. This is probably going to ruin your saw blade, by the way. And yeah, cut down about there. Actually, I would say definitely put it in some sort of vise because it's quite hard to hold on to. I just put mine in a vise. It's hurting my thumb trying to hold on to it. I'm just going to flatten off the bottom of my cut. Okay, about that. If you're interested, I cut down, yeah, about a good centimetre, 9mm, centimetre, something like that. So that's basically it. Have a look at your split. Hasn't got to look nice, but it's really, I think, important it's central. Open it up gently with a knife, just a little bit, just to get it splaying open just a touch, I think is good. Yeah, something like that. Bit of paper again, about 2 inch long, works quite well. 2 inch long, centimetre deep, something like that. Even less. I don't know, just do your own experiments, see what you prefer. So just looking at this, might not actually go in my micromotor handpiece because of that. So I might have to just snap that off. Anyway, yeah, you got this bit split, your bit of paper, fold over one end. Sometimes with a finer grade paper, you need to fold them over again. It goes in this side, if you hold it towards you, sticks out to the right. And I mean, that feels quite tight in there already. And then just roll it around. Keep it straight. Ta-da! Because a whizzer spins that way, yeah, so you need that flap going that way. Because if it spins that way, it'll just open up. So yeah, you've got to put it in, sticking out to the right. Sticking out to the right with the back of the paper towards you. Like such. And let's see if it goes in. Oh, that doesn't. Okay, let me just cut that off. That's what's known as a schoolboy error. Wasn't thinking ahead. There we go. So that now should go in, yes. Look at that. Let's buzz something. A little Lamborghini. Oh, works a treat. Oh my god. So there you go. Got your 2 little WIZZERS, new additions to your toolkit. This glue soaking in there, I think this glue is actually really good because I just compared it to the new one. Look, they put some sort of rubber coating on those as well. So same as what we used to do. We used to roll them up, hammer that in, bit of sellotape, and some glue down the back. It's literally what they're doing when they make them. I just want to finish this one off 100%. So I mentioned I cut the ends off, yeah. So let's just do that. Just makes them look nice. Okay, seconds work. Just gets a nice flat end on there. So you've got a nice sharp corner. Let's put it in. Oh, really, that's pretty good, you know. Doesn't. If that's wonky, it's gonna rattle. It's gonna be horrible to use. Let's test it out on a mini Volkswagen Beetle. Mini cars getting all the testing. It's perfect. It's just as good, if not better, than the ones you buy. Yeah, don't buy them. Make your own. So just a quick little video, just a bit of fun. It's quite fun to get a comment in the comment box and actually make a video to reply to it because it's better than just actually typing a reply. You can do this, do that. It's quite, if I've got a bit of like experience I can put into video form, it's going to be helpful to more people if I can actually get out there online. And if you're interested in the actual comment, it was on a video, what was the video on? It was a video on making collets. I think the title was Never Make Collets This Way. And the lady's name was Emily Rickett. And you could find it easily because her picture, she's got the most amazing hair. Like, Emily, what shampoo are you using? I want to get some for my wife, and I want to use some on me as well. I used to have really blonde hair when I was a kid, so maybe it'll bring it back. Yeah, so yeah, thank you Emily for commenting, and yeah, I hope the video is useful to you. But you probably can buy them from Cooksons. I think you mentioned that you couldn't find them in their website and you thought they were discontinued. I reckon they've just named it something really strange, like abrasive cylinder roll or something like that. Like, it's not something you would initially think of. So look again, but otherwise, just if you give up trying to buy one, just make them. That was actually, I'm surprised. It's been years since I made one because we've all just bought them since they started doing them for convenience, but that's no worse than the one you can buy. So I'll end it there. If you're new to the channel, it would be great if you could click like and subscribe for the algorithms, and why not hit that bell to get notified of future videos. There's quite a few coming out lately. I think in the next 2 weeks there's like going to be 4 or 5. So I'm working hard to get them out. Yeah, and let me mention once again, I'm on Patron now. I'm looking for new patrons to the channel to support me being able to continue to grow this channel. And talking to patrons, we've got 2 new patrons the last couple of days. We got Kent Lattig and Alison Ingham. Thank you guys, really appreciate that. You're really helping me continue this channel, and people who are already practicing making jewellery will know it's quite an expensive hobby to get into, especially when you start, because you've got to kind of buy everything that you need. With the patron support, I'm really grateful because you're really helping me, like really helping me continue that, because just my wages from the supermarket, it's not really enough to do it. Anyway, yeah, thanks again for watching. I hope you join me again for the next video, and peace out till next time.